Our culture is full of tales of the undead walking the earth, from religions to comic books, but some sort of zombie apocalypse isn't actually possible, right? I'm Robbo, or Barn of the Dead, and this is Zombie News. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me give you 5 scientific reasons a zombie apocalypse could actually happen. Let's have a look at brain parasites. They're going to turn victims into mindless zombie-like slaves, and they're very common in nature. There's one called Toxoplasmosis gondii that seems to devote its entire existence to being terrifying. The bug infects rats, but it can also breed inside the intestines of a cat. The parasite knows it needs to get the rat inside the cat. I mean, how fucked up is that? So the parasite takes over the rat's brain and intentionally makes it scurry toward where the cat hangs out. The rat is being programmed to get itself eaten, and it doesn't even know it. You know what I mean? That's just rats. Let's have a look. How could that result in zombies? Did we mention that half the human population on Earth is infected with Toxoplasmosis and don't know it? Hey, maybe you are one of them. Flip a coin. It could be you. And also they've done studies to show that the infected, they see a change in their personality and have a higher chance of going fucking insane. Now that is scary, scary shit. Humans and rats, they aren't all that different. That's why they use them to test our drugs. It takes a more evolved version of the of Toxoplasmosis, but if that one can do it to rats, just imagine what it could do to us. So next, we have neurotoxins. There are certain kind of poisons that slow your bodily functions to the point that you'll be considered dead, even to a doctor. The poison from fugu, which is like a Japanese blowfish, victims can be brought back under the effects of a drug like a datura or alkaloids. They're living in a trance-like state with no memory, but still able to perform simple tasks like eating, sleeping, moaning, shambling around with their arms outstretched. So, you know, can it result in zombies? Well, apparently stuff like this has happened in Haiti, and that's where the word zombie comes from. There are books about it, and the most famous ones by Wade Davis, Passage of Darkness and The Serpent of the Rainbow. And yes, the movie The Serpent and the Rainbow was based on this guy's actual science stuff. And what about a virus? A rage virus? Have you seen the movie 28 Days Later? Well, in that movie, it was a virus that turned human beings into mindless killing machines. In real life, we have a series of brain disorders that do the same thing. They were never contagious, of course. You know, mad cow disease, that came along, it attacks the cow's spinal cord and the brain, it turned it into a stumbling, mindless attack cow. When humans eat the meat, could result in zombies, because some people did actually contract that and die. And some of the symptoms, they were changing in the way they walk, hallucinations, lack of coordination, muscle twitching, jerks, seizures, rapid developing, dementia. And sure, the disease is rare, and the afflicted aren't known to chase after people or kill people in murderous mobs. Not yet. Okay, so you getting freaked out yet? No? Let's have a look at neurogenesis. You know all about the controversy out there about stem cell research, with the whole thing with stem cells that can basically be used to regenerate dead cells, particularly of interest to zombiologists. You know what I mean? You can regrow dead brain tissue. So, well, science can pretty much save you from anything but brain death. They can swap out organs, but when the brain turns to mush, you're gone. Right? Well, not for long. They've already been able to regrow the brains of comatose head trauma patients until they wake up and walk around again. Couple that with a new ability to keep a dead body in a state of suspended animation so that it can be brought back to life later, and soon we'll be able to bring back the dead as long as we get to them quick enough. Well, that sounds great, right? Well, there's a lab dedicated to reanimation research. That's what they call it. My God, reanimating a person that's dead? Man, if that's not zombification, I don't know what is. And what about, let's jump a little bit into the future now, nanobots. Nanobots are a technology that science apparently engineered to make you terrified of the future. We're talking about microscopic, self-replicating robots that can invisibly build or destroy anything. Vast sums of money are being poured into nanotechnology. At some levels, scientists know nanobots will destroy mankind. They just can't resist seeing how it will happen. Scientists have already created a nano cyborg by fusing a tiny silicon chip to a virus. The first thing they found out is that these cyborgs can still operate for up to a month after the death of the host. This is crazy stuff, man. According to studies, within a decade they'll have nanobots that can crawl inside your brain, set up neural connections and replace damaged ones. That's right, nanobots will be able to rewire your thoughts. What could possibly go wrong? This has been Zombie News, and I am Barn of the Dead.